income strategies built in as you go into retirement. That's the only sound reason to be able to speak in front of you today, to make sure that you never run out of money and you have enough money for the rest of your life. Because if you are in good health, and let's say you're going to be around for the next 20 or 30 plus years, you better have enough income that will last the whole duration of your lifestyle and who you are. And that's something we need to address. We don't want to, burden our family, and we don't want to pay the highest amount of taxes, but you still need to have an income strategy. And you heard me say this, if you don't have an income strategy going into retirement, you don't have a plan. Because if you don't have something when you wake up every January 1 that you know what you're going to receive the whole year, or at least every month for 1 year, guaranteed, then you have a stress level that really goes bonkers, because you see what's happening in the marketplace with globalization. You're seeing with AI, you're seeing inflation, you're seeing a lot of unsettling in the marketplace. And we need to make sure our clients are focused, and I mean really focused, of making sure they're diversified in such a fashion that they never run out of money and have an income coming in every single month.
And obviously, folks, this is not something, these are not math equations you want to try to solve on your own. You want to put Joe Yakovich and his team at JML Financial Group and their nearly 4 decades worth of experience helping folks just like you right here in the Delaware Valley plan for their retirement. Well, look no further than Joe and his team, and you can get on his calendar right now by dialing 215-267-8229. That's 215-267-8229. Online anytime at jmlfinancialgroup.com. Again, it's jmlfinancialgroup.com. All right, Joe, so we're quickly running out of time on this weekend's program. But before we do, my friend, the floor is once again all yours for the final word.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Another great show we put on today for our listening audience. And that wraps up another episode of The Heart of Your Money, where your money works for you and not the other way around. Whether you're saving, investing, or just trying to make sense of the market, remember, knowledge is your greatest asset. If you missed anything or want to dive deeper, head over to our website at jmlfinancialgroup.com, and don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, whatever you listen to, or just call us at 215-267-8229. I'm Joe Yakovich, signing off. Until next time, stay smart, stay focused, and as always, let our family help your family. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Howard Capital is a paid sponsor of this radio show.
Joseph Yakovich is an investment advisor representative and registered representative with and offers securities and investment advisory services through Integrity Alliance, LLC, member SIPC. Integrity Wealth is a marketing name for Integrity Alliance, LLC. The topics discussed and opinions given are not intended to address the specific needs of any listener. JML Financial Group does not offer legal or tax advice. Listeners are encouraged to discuss their financial needs with the appropriate professional regarding your individual circumstance. By contacting us, you may be provided with information about insurance and annuity products offered through Joseph Yakovich, NPN number 1222562. Diversification does not guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in a declining market. It is a method used to help manage investment risk. Rebalancing, reallocating can entail transaction costs and tax consequences that should be considered when determining a rebalancing reallocation strategy.
Dollar cost averaging may help reduce per share costs through continuous investment in securities regardless of fluctuating prices, and does not guarantee profitability, nor can it protect from loss in a declining market. The investor should consider his or her ability to continue investing through periods of low price levels.
Fixed annuities are long-term insurance contracts, and there is a surrender charge imposed generally during the first 5 to 7 years that you own the annuity contract. Indexed annuities are insurance contracts that, depending on the contract, may offer a guaranteed annual interest rate and some participation growth, if any, of a stock market index. Such contracts have substantial variation in terms, costs of guarantees, and features, and may cap participation or returns in significant ways. Investors are cautioned to carefully review an indexed annuity for its features, costs, risks, and how the variables are calculated. Any guarantees offered are backed by the financial strength of the insurance company. Surrender charges apply if not held to the end of the term. Withdrawals are taxed as ordinary income, and if taken prior to 59.5, a 10% federal tax penalty.
Registered index-linked annuities, RILAs, are sold by prospectus only. Before purchasing an annuity, you should consider the features of the contract, applicable investment options, index strategies, and investment objectives, as well as the risks, charges, and expenses associated with the annuity and its investment options. The prospectus contains this and other information, which should be read carefully before investing. The prospectus can be obtained from the insurance company or your financial professional. Be sure to read the prospectus carefully before deciding whether to invest. Annuity guarantees are subject to the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the issuing insurance company.
Converting an employer plan account or traditional IRA to a Roth IRA is a taxable event. Increased taxable income from the Roth IRA conversion may have several consequences, including but not limited to a need for additional tax withholding or estimated tax payments, the loss of certain tax deductions and credits, and higher taxes on Social Security benefits and higher Medicare premiums. Be sure to consult with a qualified tax advisor before making any decisions regarding your IRA.
This program is paid for by JML Financial Group. All opinions or statements expressed on this program are solely those of JML Financial Group or their guests that do not reflect the views of WPHT or Odyssey. Today's program is pre-recorded.
WPHT, WPHT HD, WOGL HD3 Philadelphia. From the Piazza Premium Automobile Studios, powering your drive with 10 brands and 20 locations. Always live on the free Odyssey app. It's Barry and Friends on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
Well, good morning. You have tuned in to the Barry Sable Show with Friends. Grateful to you for joining me on this Sunday morning. Call-in numbers 855-839-A-SIMPLE-1210. And yes, I am streaming live on YouTube. I want to say this week is a busy week for Uncle Barry. I will be on with Tom Azelby sitting in for Dawn Stensland on Wednesday from, 10 to 12. Then I'll be back on the air for Dawn on Friday from 10 to 12 again, and then back again on my normal Sunday hours. So I'm going to be a little busy of a guy, but I'm well prepared. Having said all that, I have been on the air for over 2 years, and only because of your participation and support am I still here. So I again humbly say thank you. Today, first time in studio. Just me, no guests, just you and me, Kirk on the other side of the glass, and of course the mic. So let's talk and face reality, no fabrications. Let's take the gloves off. There are certain facts that are undeniable, can't be refuted. I'm not going to necessarily give you my opinion on all, but raise these issues and let you draw your own conclusions. Different format today. Hope you enjoy. And by the way, follow up with some history. So, my thoughts are, when I started on radio, I was going to help fix things. And after 2 years, I realized I can't fix a darn thing, and neither can anybody else. There's no question, I believe, that this administration is doing a great job for the most part and has kept us at bay from any kind of war. Thank God, that's important to us. But when it comes to other affairs, there's so much pushback. It's like, oh my God. So with that in mind, Kirk, let's play clip 1, because today is a realization of what is going on in my mind. Can we pull up clip 1, please?
We're told that Hillary had a 98% chance of winning the 2016 election. You were told that COVID came from bats. You were told that Hunter Biden's laptop was Russian disinformation. You were told that during Joe Biden's presidency, he was cognitively fine. You were told that Trump colluded with Russia to win the 2016 election. You were told that Trump built cages at our southern border and was keeping children in them. You were told that Trump called white supremacists very fine people. You were told that Joe Biden had no knowledge of Hunter Biden's business dealings. You were told that January 6, 2021 was an insurrection. You were told that Trump called our fallen soldiers suckers and losers. You were told that videos of Joe Biden shaking hands with the air and talking about recent conversations that he had had with deceased world leaders and forgetting his own cabinet members' names were just cheap fakes.
Hoax after hoax after hoax. We have been deceived like you can't imagine. Now, my thoughts are there is stupidity and there's ignorance. You could take ignorance and embellish that by education. Stupidity? Wow. So when I view things, and I'm a little older than most of you guys that are listening, we didn't have the issues that are outstanding today. Of course, we had race, not like today. We had abortion, not like today. What a big factor that is. That's all that factors in our elections most of the time. Since the Democrats have laid off of that, things have cooled down from that standpoint of view. But when you listen to the second half, open borders changed America completely, and I don't see any turning back. The first duty of government is to safeguard its people against external aggression, to guarantee the survival of way of life. The question we must now ask, is this happening these days? Unless we change our ways and our direction, our greatness of a nation will soon be a footnote in the history books. That's just how I feel. Kurt, let's complete that first interview, and let's listen intently.
You were told that an El Salvadorian national who was an alleged gang member, wife beater, and human trafficker was just a good old dad from Maryland. You were told that Trump and Putin are very good friends. You were told that plexiglass, a mask, and standing 6 feet away from someone would prevent the spread of COVID. You were told that healthy children and pregnant mothers should get the COVID vaccine.
By the way, Gary Stamp on YouTube, good morning. I appreciate you listening in every week and commenting. So let me make a point. When we have illegals sleeping in luxury hotels and vets on the sidewalk, it's time to vote out you-know-who. And we did do that. But think about how far our country has come. I mean, to me, it's amazing. It's amazing. Politicians on the left and the right, all they do is argue and debate. So much corruption. You see now all the lawsuits, Letitia James as an example, people that heavily weighed in to the welfare and the direction of this country now is facing the same issues that they went after prosecuting people. And we're talking about the president and his family. It's disarming that innocent people do not protect innocent people. That's terrible to me. Peace is not the absence of argument. It's the presence of understanding. And I just shake my head. And the reason that I continue to stay on the air is because, number one, I love the studio. But besides that, I believe in our country. And I don't like the direction our country is going in. Let's take clip 2, Kurt, and let's listen to Ronald Reagan, what his thoughts were back in the day.
And just let you know, Uncle Barry, this is audio.
There you go. Great.
We the people tell the government what to do. It doesn't tell us. We the people are the driver. The government is the car. And we decide where it should go and by what route and how fast. Almost all the world's constitutions are documents in which governments tell the people what their privileges are. Our Constitution is a document in which we, the people, tell the government what it is allowed to do. We, the people, are free. This belief has been the underlying basis for everything I've tried to do these past 8 years.
Wow. Ronald Reagan often spoke about the government's role as a servant to the people, not their master, famously stating in his 1981 inaugural address that government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem. He believed that the power ultimately lies within the people, who should dictate the government's direction, and that the government's size and power had grown too large. So, Reagan advocated for policies like tax cuts and deregulation to empower the private sector and reduce government intervention in the economy. So I say to myself, at 74 years old, how has my life benefited over the last 10 or 15 years from the government and the people that run political, powerful positions? And I don't see it. I can't mention one thing that the government has done other than keep us safe. And yes, we don't have external problems as of yet. We just let in 15, 20 million people. We see that our streets are not safe like they used to. We see that all of these, when I say all of these corrupt people that came in, and not all are corrupt, but if they came in here illegally, they broke our laws. And I don't see both sides of the aisle defending enough the American people. Let's go to clip number 3 from Ron Reagan, Kirk.
You triple our troubles, and we're better off than any other people on earth. And we've asked so much of government, and we've gotten in the habit over the last 40 years of thinking that government has the answers, There's very little that government can do as efficiently and as economically as the people can do themselves. And if government would shut the doors and sneak away for about 3 weeks, we'd never miss them. People keep looking to government for the answer, and government's the problem.
Think about that for a second. We don't have inflation because the people are living too well, he says. We have inflation because the government is living too well. So to me personally, things never change. But sometimes problems get worse. Patrick Henry said, the Constitution is not an instrument for the government to restrain the people. It's an instrument to restrain the government. Kirk, let's take a break. But before, life is a journey. Trust the process. Smile through the struggles. And keep growing every day. I will see you on the other side of the break.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-242-3131. 800-242-3131.
Are you tired of online threats? Then get an antivirus. It's the only online protection you will ever need.
Disclaimer, an antivirus is just half protection online. It will not protect you from snoopers or encrypt your online traffic. So this Black Friday, get better online protection with NordVPN. NordVPN will encrypt your traffic, protect you from malware and phishing, and stop annoying ads. Get the NordVPN Black Friday deal with 73% off and enjoy 3 extra months.
Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Pennsylvania. TNC Supply.
Pastor Brad Lacey here, First Baptist Church, Conshohocken. Join us Saturdays for the great message and be blessed. 5 a.m. right here on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
When you need to know, depend on KYW News Radio 1039 FM.
Temperatures were freezing this morning for the start of the Philly Marathon, 70,000 runners taking part. Regional rail express trains return tomorrow, but only in the afternoon. And the Flyers Charities have kicked off a new campaign to train aspiring young goalies in honor of the late Bernie Perron.
Get the latest anytime on KYW News Radio. Now on Crystal Clear 103.9 FM.
You've never needed us more.
Are you tired of online threats? Then get an antivirus. It's the only online protection you will ever need.
Just a quick question. Does it encrypt your online traffic the same as NordVPN?
No, but it protects your device. Just pop that CD in and you're good to go.
But it will stop your internet service provider and other snoopers from monitoring you online, right?
Oh, no, not really. It won't stop online snoopers or block annoying ads. In fact, forget what I said at the beginning of this ad. This ad is now about NordVPN. I just realized that an antivirus is only half protection online. So get better online protection with the NordVPN Black Friday deal. It will encrypt your traffic, protect you from malware and phishing, and stop annoying ads. This Black Friday, get NordVPN with 73% off and enjoy 3 extra months. Yeah!
Now you can listen to Talk Radio 1210 WPHT on the iHeartRadio app.
Time period. It was simpler for us. There was light at the end of the tunnel. I always knew if I worked hard, I could become successful. And I wasn't motivated by different issues such as money. I wanted people in Philly to know who I was. I wanted people to know that I brought joy to their life. That engagement ring, that earrings, that bracelet, that made me happy, as I've always said on the air, that after Christmas or throughout the course of the year, I would get a call. Listen, Barry, I love my ring. You've made me happy and you've made me smile. And that meant so much to me. But I'm serious. And, you know, I've gotten to be dubious about what's happening here. Recently, I came back from another trip in Brazil, And I have to tell you, that country, beautiful as it is, has its obstacles as a third world country. I was in a city called Curitiba, and you're not going to believe this. 98% of the restaurants and entities do not have heat. That means walking into a restaurant, whether it be a fine restaurant or not, you're sitting there with a jacket on, and it's cold at times. It could be 58 degrees or 55 degrees. That's a third world country. Let me get a little eka on you. Eka. How do you like that word? There are places that you can't flush the toilet because you can't put toilet paper down. So just imagine there's a bucket there. People don't realize how good we have it in this country. And to me, we've taken advantage of this country, its laws, its policies, open borders. It's scary to me. Listen, I've got a call. Joe, I guess I would say his name is Saraday, chairman of the Burlington County Young Republicans. Why can't I get an idea what young people are thinking about today, Joe? Why don't you weigh in? Good morning.
Well, Barry, it's a pleasure to be here. I got to say, you pretty much hit it right on the head. You know what I mean? Our future is not as promising as maybe the past generations. And, you know, whether it's the fault of our leaders, whether it's, no offense, but the past generations just kind of neglecting that, maybe not preserving it, maybe not taking care of it as much. That's probably more the leaders, but still the generation, that whole thing as a whole, the whole generation. You know, that is part of the problem, I must say. You know, the past clip of President Reagan that you just played prior to the break, you know, I got to say, it's probably the mindset of most young people today, because we're at a very divisive time. We're at a crossroads right now, and we're at the point now, and I say it all the time, it's perhaps a little corny, Barry, but we got to fight for a future. You know what I mean? I don't know if you've seen, but the median age to do what at a time maybe the past generation, your generation was, you know, everybody could buy a home. Everybody made a livable wage. Everybody could live the American dream. The median age now to buy a home is now 59 years old.
Oh, boy.
It is now 59 years old, and that's not good for people who are just kind of getting their start in the world, in America. And I think a lot of the focus has to be brought to Americans first. You know what I mean? Part of the problem, some of the problems hinge on is this mass immigration, illegal immigration. You know, we just had all these illegal immigrants just pouring in over the border. You know what I mean? It takes up a lot of room. That's number one.
You know what it is, Joe, to interrupt? Everything has a triggered effect. And I have to tell you, when I was growing up, there was always light at the end of the tunnel. I believe no matter what profession you entered into, if you worked hard and if you were a little creative and if you outworked the next guy and maybe outsmarted the next guy, you could always get to where you wanted to be. Times were difficult then. I mean, it wasn't so easy, but I have to tell you something. When I grew up, I said, I'm going to win. I'm going to be successful. And that's that. And I didn't take no for an answer. And dating was a little different, too. You know, as I go out as a single guy and I'm out and about, and I always talk to women because I want to kind of interview them. Why on a Saturday night don't you have a date? Why are you with the girls? You know, when I was growing up, Saturday night was a date night. And basically, we don't have faith in men. And men say we don't have faith in women. What a turnabout, Joe. I mean, it's just not cool. And I think all of this comes from the people that are in power. Education is poor. Kids are graduating today, Joe. They can't read. They can't write. They can't do arithmetic. People are different. And this week, as I say, I have Tom Azelby with me, and we're going to be covering some of these things. And to me, government has allowed people, civilians, citizens, to get dummied down. And I think this is led for an avalanche of problems in this country like we've never seen before, Joe.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And, you know, Gen Z, millennials, we are waking up to this reality where, this current system that we live in with the institutions and the ruling class that aren't really friendly to us. They're very hostile to us. People are coming out of college in debt. They don't know particularly everything. Reading is at a very low level.
Yep.
Perhaps I really do. I think we're really waking up to that. I really do. And I think, what better way to fight pretty much the system than to kind of get involved and make our voice heard. And, that's why we see today Gen Z and millennials in particular are some of the most political that you'll ever know. They are the most politically engaged generation. And unfortunately, it looks like we have to be. And, what you mentioned, the social side of things, I think we're waking up to that too. I think we almost fell victim to that as a representative of, the young Republicans, but just speaking out and in my generation broadly, not even partisan, I think a lot of us are kind of going back into faith and kind of going back into what is traditional. Because, we see this just general slop that's being promoted in today's media of just complete and utter degeneracy, as you were sort of hinting to a little bit. And
I don't want to be doom and gloom, and I don't want you to be doom and gloom.
Absolutely.
Because today the Eagles are playing Dallas, and to be honest with you, I can't wait. But as the chairman of the Burlington County Young Republicans, before I leave you go, give me what your future looks like, and not just personally. How do we fix some of these issues that as a young guy you feel are easily fixable?
Well, I must say, I think a lot of this is in the long run. I think a lot of it, too, some of it could be flipped right on its side. What I think is that there needs to be in our current government and our institutions and everything, the higher powers that be, there has to be a bigger focus on the economy, domestic economy. And I must say, that's pretty much number one. And number two is housing. That's pretty much the two biggest problems that face us. And, I guess what we as young people could do is just get involved in our communities. If you are a Burlington County Young Republican, please reach out to us. We have a Facebook. We have an Instagram. BCYR is our Instagram. Facebook, Burlington County Young Republicans. Please look them up. Even if you're not Burlington County, I will get you in touch to, kind of, because it's really up to us. We have to do this. Get involved in your communities, meet people, do things for yourself that would be beneficial to you. And just, I think faith is the center of it all, too. I think that's, nothing's more important than that. So that's what I would say. That's kind of my 2 cents into that.
Joseph Saraday, chairman of the Burlington County Young Republicans. I appreciate your call. Go Eagles, go Birds. We'll talk soon again.
Go Birds, Barry. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Kirk, let me get back on track again. Love talking to Joe. Let's get to clip 4. Accountability, Mercedes Schlapp. I know this is a little lengthy of a clip, but to me, this isn't about what Barry Sable thinks. This is about, I know I'm on the air and I have the mic. This is about other people. Let's listen to accountability, and let's talk about that on the other side.
I was at the White House the first term, and we had to go through Russia hoax, where it was the FBI, the CIA, the Democrats basically obstructing the work of President Trump and his administration. Someone has to be held accountable for what they created, this complete lie, this complete deep state corruption, that their only goal was to take down President Trump. So absolutely, we need to go back and figure out who these criminals are, who lied to Congress, who tried to destroy Donald Trump, and basically, in essence, obstruct every piece of work that he was trying to push through. Because all they were doing was leaking to the media and then directing the CIA to say, yes, include the Steele dossier, which is one of the biggest bogus, I would say, campaign research documents that should have never been.
You know, it's incredible when I listen to that clip. I mean, you kind of like shake a little bit. Who's wearing the white hats? Who are the good guys? If we can't depend on our legal institutions, the DOJ, the FBI, law enforcement, to protect us and to protect our interests, we're in bad shape. And you just heard that clip. All that's true. The United States is not a democracy. It's a republic. In a democracy, the majority rules. In a republic, the individual is protected from the majority. I mean, honest to God, if we have to worry about the Steele dossier, and we're going to go back to Brennan and Clapper and Strzok and Page, you're going to hear about this stuff. Frankly, this isn't retribution. This is going after the people that tried to destroy this country and hold them accountable. Kirk, let's go to clip 5 when Stephen Miller, this is another lengthy, but I want people on both sides of the aisle to really hear what President Trump is trying to do. Kirk, let's go to clip 5, please.
Let me just say, Mr. President, that this country was going to die without you. This country was going to actually die without you. That's what we were facing in 2024. We've been invaded for 4 years. Our communities were sinking. Our public safety had gone to zero. Cartels are running entire communities. Sex trafficking, child trafficking, labor trafficking was out of control. Overdoses were out of control. The cartels were claiming more and more territory. City services were buckling. This was a country on the verge of dying, and you alone saved it. And when you stepped forward originally in 2016, you started the movement to make America great again. And that means make America great again in every way. And that means safety and prosperity and peace and freedom from cartels and crime and gangs. And your vision and your leadership in declaring war on the drug cartels is the single most successful public safety initiative in American history. And I need the media to understand what President Trump has done. People have been talking about drug cartels for longer than I've been alive. And everyone has just taken for granted that they can't be touched or stopped.
Wow.
They're too big, they're too powerful, they're too evil, they're too murderous. They can operate with impunity. And in just 9 months, President Trump is the only American leader, not just in our lifetimes, but ever, to actually take the fight to the drug cartels, to actually seek their eradication. And it is happening. And so while the Democrats are shutting the government down and fighting for free health care for illegal aliens, look at what President Trump has assembled here. He's assembled a team under his vision, direction, and leadership that is saving hundreds of thousands of lives. Hundreds of thousands of lives. And only President Trump could have done this. And I will say one last thing, which is that...
Tell him, Stephen Miller.
His courage has been an inspiration to everyone else in this room. There are people in this room, looking at, for example, at Todd Lyons, who have been relentlessly doxxed and harassed and threatened. But when they see President Trump's courage, what he's been through for 10 years to save America, when they came after his family, his businesses, his safety, his freedom, everyone at this table knows we can give whatever it takes to get the mission done. So President Trump, thank you for your leadership, your boldness, your courage, and your vision. We're honored to serve underneath you.
Yep, that was Stephen Miller, White House Deputy Chief of Staff. I love that guy to death. I hope one day he's sitting in that White House as well, because in the big seat, because I believe in that guy. Before we take a break, a little bit of humor, even back then. And by the way, isn't that what all of us should want? Democrats, Republicans, individuals, and independents, everybody. Let's play the clip, Kirk, from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Everybody knows that I had a stellar relationship with Will Smith. Funny clip I ran across. Let's play it. 5-8.
Day marks 1 year since President
Not
Trump.
that one. Not that one. We're talking about the clip from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Hang on.
Do we have that, sir?
Not yet.
Not yet. All right. So then let me go on. You'll let me know when we do. The best thing I ever did was take off rose-colored glasses and see people for who they are instead of who I want them to be. While we're talking about and waiting for that clip, I just want to mention, hey, Democrats, here is your due process signed into law by Slick Willie, and I'll tell you who that is in a minute. Signed into law by President Bill Clinton on September 30th. 1996. The 1996 Illegal Immigration Reform and Immigrant Responsibility Act allows deportation without a judicial hearing through a process called expedited removal. You don't know about that, do you, Democrats? So therefore, you need to get up to speed. One of your own boys put that into being, and you need to understand law. We are listening, and you are listening to the Barry Sable Show with friends. Talk Radio 1210 WPHT. Little serious today, Uncle Barry, but you're by yourself. Got to get your thoughts out. We will see you on the other side.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20, and we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com/facts or a store near you. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
In retirement, nobody wants to have one eye on airfare and the other eye on the stock market. Tune in to the Retirement Spectrum with Alan Cohen. Saturdays at 6 a.m. and 3 p.m. on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
From Broomall to Blackwood, we know your favorite station is Talk Radio 1210 WPHT. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Yes, indeedy, we are back. You are listening to the Barry Sable Show with friends. You have a serious Uncle Barry on your hands this morning. Listen, let's have a little humor if we can, Kirk. Can we play Clip 5? And Clip 5 was interesting to me, even back in the day, a long time ago, before Donald Trump even ran for president. Kind of like, let's listen to this. And
this aired in 1994, and it still hits the nail on the head.
It is my esteemed pleasure to introduce Mr. and Mrs. Donald Trump. It's the Donald! Oh, my God!
Look, folks, before we go too far, I've got something to tell you.
Excuse me, but I've got something to tell you first. Thank you for ruining my life!
Ashley!
What did you do?
Everybody's always blaming me for everything.
Isn't that something? Even back then, I just laugh and I wonder and I say to myself, wow, when is there going to come a day where all of us pull in the same direction? I mean, as I mentioned earlier on, we have veterans sleeping in the streets, and we have illegal immigrants in hotels, credit cards, clothing, cell phones. I mean, isn't this backwards to anybody? I mean, honest to God. Let's continue. I'm having fun with clips. Listen to this clip from Elisa McClain. What are Democrats fighting for? This is a good question. President Trump gets not a single praise from the other side. Nothing he has done do they approve. Middle East, Iran, looking into Muslim killings in Africa. Hey, how about that? Christians, since 2009, like 100,000 Christians has lost their lives in this Muslim takeover. But who knows? Nobody's protesting that. Let's turn to clip 6, Kirk, while we can.
Today marks 1 year since President Trump won the 2024 election. And since that day, Republicans secured our border, unleashed American energy, and delivered the largest tax cut for working families in history. Promises made, promises kept. Yep, there's a lot more to come, folks. But Democrats, in that 1 year, they have done nothing but obstruct, delay, and deny. They've obstructed the American people's agenda, delayed millions of flights, and denied SNAP benefits for the hungry. And for what? Ask yourself, for what are the Democrats fighting for? Well, they're fighting for $1.5 trillion in new debt to fund health care for illegals and continue the wasteful spending. I mean, Democrats, you need to say that loud and say it proud, because as Republicans, we're going to make you own those votes. There's no turning back. Democrats want $1.5 trillion of wasteful spending and health care for illegals that you all are...
Crazy stuff. All right, Kirk. I don't know. We must have ran out of gas with that clip, but that's okay. Alexander Hamilton wrote, "A government ill-executed, whatever it may be, in theory, must be in practice a bad government." Do you hear that? His words strike at inefficiency and corruption that still plagues us then and today in politics. What don't you see, people? Don't you see what's happening here? You know, it's more important, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez said, it's more important to be morally right than factually correct. And then Thomas Sowell told us it is usually futile to try to talk facts. I'll get it closer to Mike. I hate this mic in my face. And analyze the people who are enjoying a sense of moral superiority in their ignorance. I mean, listen, there are so many people in powerful political positions today that do not belong there. I have my own thoughts on that. Maybe Tom and I on Wednesday will get an opportunity to talk about that as well. I mean, it's scary to me. And I'm not afraid of much other than cancer. God's ready for me. I already know there's golf up there, so I'm going to be a happy guy. Having said all that, let's turn again. Another clip. I want to get all this in from, let's see, where are we? How about clip 7? Sarah Gonzalez. American citizens last. Shouldn't this bother you? Kirk, let's play clip 7. Make my job easy.
There is one thing that the Democrats have made abundantly clear. It is that they are America last. They are united in being America last. They are united in putting the American citizen last. They want to send your money all the way to Ukraine. They want to send your money all the way, fund all these foreign conflicts. They want to ship your money off to fund drag shows in Peru. They want you, as the American taxpayer, to pay a ridiculous amount of your hard-earned money to fund corrupt SNAP programs, corrupt Medicaid, all of these programs that they want you to fund for America last. You don't actually get that, and they don't care.
Yep. What do you think about that, people? What do you think about that? I don't need to voice an opinion. You do. You vote. I mean, I know that we take for granted that people do not know and understand politics. I get it. They go to work, they come home, they take care of their husband, or he takes care of his wife, got to talk to their parents, got to talk to their kids, baseball, this and that. Most people, Little League, ballerina classes, whatever it may be, most people do not get an opportunity to really know what's going on in this country. And these people vote. And they vote. I mean, come on, look what happened in Jersey. Look what happened in New York. People just are clueless of what's happening today. It's scary times. You could see there's a movement in America today that's frightening, and you know what I'm talking about. You've seen it all over Europe. It's happening in the United States of America. I always use the words, the fabric of America is changing. I don't know. I think that, A, we need to hold people accountable. B, we have to get a grip. Let's play clip 8, if we can, sir.
There's this raging argument now about whether it is constitutional to do what Trump is rolling out in places like Chicago.
It's unconstitutional. The solution is empower the local law enforcement.
Congressman, are you familiar with the Insurrection Act?
Yes, I am. And this
so
is
what do you
not
think
the time-
that's for? You said that this was illegal for the federal government to send National Guard into cities and states. What do you think the Insurrection Act is for?
Congressman, do you actually know what the Insurrection Act says?
Well, look what we saw happen in January 6th in the Congress. That's insurrection.
Are you familiar with what the Insurrection Act
Yes, I am. But
allows?
look, this president
Oh,
has
my
used
God. I
all
heard
kinds of...
enough, Kurt. Listen, this gentleman is a congressman in the United States Congress. Let me read you what the Insurrection Act is if you don't know. It's a U.S. federal law from 1807 that authorizes the president to use the military, active duty, and federalized National Guard for domestic law enforcement, particularly to suppress civil disorder, insurrections, or rebellions. It is a notable exception. I don't need to talk about that nonsense. You got the point. This is what's going on in America today. We have so many people in these powerful positions, as I say, especially a lot of people that come from other countries. How they end up in politics is beyond me, but you know how they do it. Take pockets of in Minneapolis, or take pockets in Portland, where you have people that have moved into this country that are voting for these liberal, radical ideas. They could care less about the existence of America. They don't have an allegiance to you and me. They have an allegiance to their countries that they've come from. They send all kind of funds back, and I get it. We'd probably do the same, but that's not the point. The point is we need to put America first. And frankly, we have let too many people in from other cultures into our country. They have not assimilated, and frankly, as I say, they don't care about America. Kurt, let's take a break. You are listening to the Barry Sable Show with friends. Talk Radio 1210 WPHT. The Barry Sable that's serious today. He's not joking around. I hope you're listening. I hope you care. It takes a lot of effort to understand what's happening in America. We need to support our fallen heroes as well.
At Audion Hearing, our mission is simple: to make better hearing affordable for everyone. This Black Friday, enjoy exclusive savings on our high-quality rechargeable hearing aids. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and shop Black Friday deals before they're gone at audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-242-3131. 800-242-3131.
At PGW, safety is essential to delivering clean, reliable natural gas to Philadelphia homes and businesses. If you smell gas, call PGW at 215-235-1212.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
B101 is spreading holiday cheer throughout Philly. Tune in for the soundtrack to your Christmas season, featuring all the holiday songs you love. Christmas music all day, every day, only on B101, Philly's official Christmas station.
Prioritize yourself and make your dream of an attractive, healthy smile a reality at PI Dental Center. The professionals at PI Dental have been transforming patients' smiles for over 38 years. Board-certified specialists, Dr. Glenn Wolfinger and Dr. Robert Slough, perform complex dental makeovers with their Teeth in a Day protocol, where dental implants are placed and restored with fixed teeth in just one day. It's time to invest in yourself. For a smile that's monumental, trust PI Dental. Visit PIDentalCenter.com.
Are you tired of online threats? Then get an antivirus. It's the only online protection you will ever need.
Disclaimer, an antivirus is just half protection online. It will not protect you from snoopers or encrypt your online traffic. So this Black Friday, get better online protection with NordVPN. NordVPN will encrypt your traffic, protect you from malware and phishing, and stop annoying ads. Get the NordVPN Black Friday deal with 73% off and enjoy 3 extra months.
At Audion Hearing, our mission is simple: to make better hearing affordable for everyone. This Black Friday, enjoy exclusive savings on our high-quality rechargeable hearing aids. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and shop Black Friday deals before they're gone at audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Free speech lives here. With Dom Giordano, weekdays noon till 3 on Odyssey's #1 talk station, 1210 WPHT.
Yes, indeedy, we are back. Meaning me. You are listening to the Barry Sable Show with friends on a Sunday morning. I hope that I'm living up to everybody's expectations. Yeah, I'm a little serious today. How can you not be serious? I know it's the holidays, but we just came off of 3 elections: New Jersey, Virginia, New York, and I'm still shaking my head. Socialism is like one of those horrible viruses. You no sooner discover a remedy for one version than it spontaneously evolves into another. New York City. What in the world are you thinking? The problem with socialism is that you eventually run out of other people's money. Pennies do not come from heaven. They have to be earned on earth. This is all common sense, for God's sakes. I mean, the successful people have problems, but they are determined not to let them get in the way of going forward. Ben Carson said that. Love is an act of faith. And whoever is of little faith is also of little love. That's Eric Fromm's. Our greatest glory is never in falling, but in rising every time we fall. Confucius. People, we built this country on capitalism. Capitalism only works by spreading to more of the population what used to be privileges of the few. Good conservatives always pay their bills, unlike socialists who just run up other people's. I mean, come on. Margaret Thatcher told us liberty can only exist in a civilized society with a rule of law and with the right to private property. Here's another one. There is no problem too big for government to solve, and no matter too small for government to care about. That's the good-looking guy that supposedly just got elected mayor. Not supposedly, he is mayor in New York. And then Mr. Reagan said, the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are from the government. I'm here to help. Wow, we remember him. Another gentleman Theodore Roosevelt. There is no 50-50 allegiance to this country. A man is either, and woman, is either an American and nothing else, or he is not an American at all. People, I mean, let's get serious. Let's not let our country fade away. I mean, you have to look in the facts that we are in trouble right now. We are in trouble. Don't you see it? Don't you feel it? You heard Joe today. He's telling you young people are disillusioned. I want to give you some facts. President Trump versus Biden on inflation rates. Overall inflation, Joe Biden, 21%, Trump, 1.9%. Grocery prices, Biden, 25%, Trump, 1.1%. And I have to tell you, we've said it on the show before, a donut that used to cost 75 cents now costs $1.05. That price and that donut isn't going down. A little scary. Gas prices, Biden, 38%, Trump, minus 5.4%. What I am saying to you is that we need to fight for this country. We need to support who is in office now. Now, we can't have this pushback. Yes, it's complicated. America's become complicated. We have become messy in handling our affairs. We have way too many people in this country that do not belong here. And that's that. A few quotes that I want to play for you as we're starting to wrap up. I've always wanted to do this. You can't add days to your life, but you can add life to your days. And it changed my whole perspective on life. Another one, life is a circle of happiness, sadness, hard times, and good times. If you're going through hard times, have faith that good is just around the corner. Your best teacher is your last mistake. We need to talk to the American people. We need to do better. Another quote, may I? The most valuable gift you can give someone is your time and attention. I know we're running out of time, Kurt, and I know it's a little early. Can you play me the song that I wanted to play? And the reason I want to play this song, it's Thanksgiving. I believe in family. Not all of us have the best family, but I believe in family. Can you play that jingle for me, please?
I wanna hold you just for a while and tell with a smile if the world was ending, I wanna be next to you.
Wow. And that's only a version of that song. Why did I want to play that song? It's Thanksgiving. Christmas is around the corner. Families need to be together. I don't care if you have to walk, hitch. I don't care if you take a boat ride. I don't care how you get there. Yolanda Adams' song, Get There If You Can. It's such a precious time when all of us have an opportunity to get together. Watch a little football, have a little turkey, talk about what's important to us. Talk about what's going to happen next year. Sometimes, no matter how nice you are, how kind you are, how caring you are, how loving you are, it just isn't enough for some people. I don't believe that with families. I believe we need to have and go back to family, country, education. These are important factors. This is a time to sit around the table and say, I love you. I care about you. How could I be there for you? So much for me to talk about. Remember, when you forgive, you heal. And when you let go, you grow. I love this stuff. Relationships don't last because everything's perfect. They last because two people care enough to work through the hard days together. I love these quotes. Can I give you another one? 3 things will always come out: the sun, the truth, and karma. Life only comes around once. So do what makes you feel happy and be with people who make you laugh and feel appreciated. Wow. Be thankful for today, because in one moment, your entire life could change. People, what I'm telling you, I love being on the air. I hate talking about politics, but I love being on the air. This week, just so you know, on Wednesday, I forgot to mention, Dave McCormick is going to be my guest. So is Seth Joyner, a buddy of mine for so many years. We're going to be talking about a little bit of politics. We're going to be talking about a little bit of sports. We're talking a little bit about the cohesion of Philadelphia. How can we miss? How much more time do I have over there, sir? Is that it?
30.
I have 30 seconds. The moment you start seeing your worth, you'll find it's harder to stay around people. One more. When problems pour into your life like endless rain, remember, God will always be your guiding light. I hope today was a little informative. I know you saw a different side of me, but so what? I love showing my underbelly. You have been listening to The Barry Sable Show with friends. Talk Radio 1210 WPHT. Have a great week, a healthy week, a safe week. And I will see you Wednesday with Tom Hazelby, sitting in for Dawn Stenslin. Then on Friday, thank you for being there for me. Thank you for listening. And thank you for not thinking I'm radically crazy, too.
Attention all dog owners. If you have ever listened to the radio or TV for any length of time, you've probably heard of America's #1 dog supplement, Rough Greens. Greetings, naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black, Amazon best-selling author and founder of Rough Greens here. And if your dog suffers from bad breath, itchy skin, licking paws, joint pain, or low energy, the truth is their food is probably to blame. You see, all commercial dog food is dead food. That's why I created Rough Greens. One daily scoop gives your pup the live vitamins, omega oils, probiotics, and enzymes that will bring their food back to life. Don't believe me? Let your dog try it before you buy it. I'll send you a free Jumpstart trial bag, risk-free. You just cover the shipping. Go to roughgreens.com. That's RUFFgreens.com. Use discount code NEWS. Don't wait. Give your dog the gift of vibrant health. Order now. It'll be